Hello, this is Angelo with the 8th episode of the Army of You challenge. Today I want to talk about most probably the most scarce resource on the planet. The lack of this resource is causing so much hardship, so much stress, and is the reason why so many people are failing to reach their destinations, failing to achieve what they want in life. And I don't know if you can make a guess. Can you guess? Okay, so this resource that I'm talking about is attention. And just by asking this question and just by waiting for a couple of seconds, I got your attention maybe a bit more. Because who knows, as you watch this video, maybe you're watching another video on another platform, on another device. And the question is, are you paying attention to what draws your attention? Or are you investing your attention only on what matters to you? And I want us to see attention in two different ways. Today, we will see about what matters to you, your attention. And further down the Army of You challenge, we will talk about drawing the attention of the right audience, of your ideal client. So let's talk about attention. I am using a special tool. Let's say this is something that I learned from Darren Hardy. It's basically a cross. And this cross, I like to see it as the cross that, the fighter pilots have to lock on their target. So I want to lock my mind, to lock my attention only on what deserves to be a part of my life. And the mentor of Darren Hardy, the person who taught this to Darren Hardy, he said that what you need to have is like three priorities at most, and then on the fourth quadrant, just put a huge X, which means you will either focus on one of the three priorities and then everything else forget about it. This is how important it is to focus on what matters. We all have 24 hours and we need to exercise the muscle of attention. So, what are basically my three priorities? And basically, they're not three because the two will never ever change, I think, in my life. On the first quadrant, I have the letter H, which stands for two words, health and happiness. So, when I wake up in the morning, I check, am I okay? Am I feeling all right? Is my body feeling all right? As you probably know, I'm still struggling with this rupture on my Achilles tendon, and of course, it requires my attention. And I need to do a lot of things during the day to make sure it will heal properly, and the rest of my body is moving as well as possible with this obstacle, let's say. The second quadrant has the letter F, which stands for family and friends. So if my health and happiness are on the right state, then I check, is my family okay? Are my friends okay? Do I need to put my attention there to help someone? So if this is okay, then I just have basically one priority during the day. And that's it. I don't bother considering anything else a priority. I might have distractions because this is something that I know that I will always be a perpetual student of attention. And there are masters of attention out there and they are doing amazingly well, but I want to make sure that I'm getting there. Okay. So as you are going through your day, you could be failing, and something like a headline, like a very powerful headline, can draw your attention. But how fast you drift back to your number one priority is what matters to you. So, what is my number one priority for the this month? Let's say for like a bit more than a month. You are my number one priority. I want to make sure that you get three things out of the Army of You challenge. You have a clear mindset on what you really want. You have a completely revamped emotional fortress. and you feel that you can withstand all the challenges that come to you during these challenging times. And three, you have the right tools to succeed in this new, basically seemingly unfair economy, because the rules are changing so fast that you need an absolutely new method, a new blueprint. And this is what I'm giving you during this month that we are together. So now that you know my blueprint, what I do during the day to control my attention, to steer my attention in the right way, you can do a little game for yourself, basically. And this little game, as we finish this video, I want you to remember something, okay? That your attention is basically, the more laser focused your attention is, the easier and faster you will reach any destination, excuse me. The easier and faster you will achieve any goal. And all that matters is your attention. So, promise me this. Once you stop watching this video, you will take a piece of paper and you will draw a dot in the middle of the paper. And then you will take your phone or anything else that you can use, like as a timer, and you will, press start and start focusing on the dot. And the moment your attention drifts and you start thinking about something else, maybe on the series that you were watching yesterday on Netflix, or what I was telling you before, or what you need to be doing tomorrow and things like that, check the timer and repeat this exercise until you can focus on the dot without being distracted for at least 60 seconds. It's much harder than it sounds. Stay focused on the dot for 60 seconds, because in a few days' time, on the Time to Thrive challenge, Dean Graziosi will tell you this is your dot and you should be focusing on that dot. But basically, your dot is your needs, what you can deliver to the world, the value that you can deliver to the world. But if you cannot focus on that, and if you pay attention to anything else than what matters to you, you will find yourself not having the progress that you desire, the progress that you expect. And then, of course, comes, a bit of anger maybe, or sadness or sorrow, and then you give up. So why lose the opportunity to have the impact, the income, and the lifestyle that you love, simply because you have not trained the muscle of attention? So, as you finish this video, play this little, seemingly simple, seemingly easy, seemingly naive game that will train your attention and will help you focus on what really matters in your life. Say to yourself again and again and again, I don't pay attention anymore. I invest my attention only on what matters and what deserves to be a part of my life. See you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.